So the Columbo tactics is used. The advantages of asking these questions, as we see with Lieutenant Columbo, is it's kind of you don't really know where your main character is coming from. You don't know if he knows that he's rubbing elbows with the killer in every single episode, which I would think that, if you're the detective, just figure out who's hanging around you the most. There's your killer. Or he might know that by coming into the scene and looking at what it is and figuring it out automatically. But he wants that other person to admit, that they killed the person or they stole the jewels or whatever it might be.
He wants an airtight case. And so he kind of fences them in, right, with these various questions and maneuvers, right?
Because you want them to think about where they're coming from as well. You want to take down any issues that they might have that they haven't even thought about themselves. And so the advantage of asking these questions specifically is, first, it's a sincere question that's friendly and flattering, right? I care about this conversation. I'm not.
I care about your opinion,
right? Yeah. Let's understand where you're coming from, so that I can know where to go from here. Second, you'll get an education. Maybe that person has studied something before, and so you're going to respond to a specific item that they're going to bring up, something that you may not even know about, but also something because you didn't know about. That's something that you would have to respond to in a different way than, the problem of evil. I know it from a free will perspective, but they're coming at it from, whatever, a different perspective it might be.
And this
there is no evil.
Yeah, this is a good point, right? I mean, we don't have to know everything. Right?
Thank goodness.
I mean, and I think it's kind of prideful to think that I have to know everything. Right. No, you can
and that remember
person,
it all.
Yeah, right. That person may know some things that you don't know, and so this gives you an opportunity to learn some things, right?
Yeah.
And it's okay to learn from folks who disagree with you, right? And you might have to go back later and think through those issues and do some studying, but that's a good thing. Right. Yeah.
And so, like Lieutenant Columbo, asking those questions and possibly knowing, who the killer is, he's trying to advance using the questions. And so the third advantage to asking questions is it'll allow you to make progress on a point without being pushy. So you could do something like, what about the God of the Bible doesn't allow for him to preserve his word. With the Christian understanding that God is all powerful, all knowing, that He has the ability to preserve His word, would you say that is impossible? Can you respond to that? Something along those lines that pushes the conversation down the road of whichever question that person wants to respond to, the question that you think would best bring down their stronghold of whatever is being brought up. And so that's one of the advantages of asking questions. And finally, and most importantly, it carefully places questions that puts you in the driver's seat. Once the statement's made of, can't trust the Bible, or, you can't even believe a God, that's so stupid. Your questions are able to move that person into a position that you want to take them. And so again, you're asking questions to legitimately know, right? You're clarifying. You're making sure that you're understanding where they're coming from. That they might think, the pantheon of the Greek gods is stupid. No one should believe in that. Oh, okay. Well, that was something completely different. We're over here having a dinner party from church. Oh, right. I was just reading, Homer's Odyssey.
So there is totally something, that, so you made an assumption there that wasn't correct. Right. Yeah.
You'll get an education from it. So they may know something more than you do, and that's great. And so you can respond to it. You're making progress to continue that conversation as you go down the line, and also you're able to steer it using those questions. Just because you're not making full-fledged responses to that person and, in premises and conclusion form for direct or indirect logic, then you're still moving that conversation forward.
Good. So questions are very powerful. They're very important. They drive really his tactical method here, asking these various questions, and we'll see that as we go.
Right.